This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for staying up late with us tonight. A Venice attorney has been arrested following a 6-month investigation. Authorities say Adam Miller embezzled large amounts of money from his elderly clients, including some who had died. ABC7's Rick Adams has more.
It just breaks my heart to think that they were abused like that.
Longtime Venice resident Sue Bain is talking about the alleged actions of 38-year-old estate planning attorney Adam Miller. Miller was arrested after being accused of bilking about $1.5 million from at least 4 victims. This especially hits close to home for Bain because she works with the elderly.
I feel angry for the people that he's hurt or stole from.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says they've been investigating the Venice attorney for 6 months now. Miller's alleged embezzling began back in 2013. He is charged with 1 count of exploitation of the elderly and several counts of scheme to defraud.
Some of the accounts did have activity prior to the decedent's death. But most of the activity was after the victims had already died.
Miller's father, Raymond, who is also an attorney, was arrested back in 2010 and sentenced to prison for embezzling around $1 million. Andy Britton, a Venice attorney for 41 years, is shocked to hear that Miller followed in the father's footsteps with this criminal activity.
I'm surprised, and I'm surprised it happened again in the same Miller family. That's a surprise.
Authorities are continuing with their investigation. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office believes there are more victims out there. Adam Miller's bail has been set at $1.2 million.
And if you feel that you are a victim of this crime, you're being asked to call the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office immediately. A quiet Sarasota neighborhood is now the scene of a kidnapping investigation. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say Isidro Espina Aquino held his former girlfriend hostage for about 2 weeks before she was able to escape. It happened in the 4400 block of Stonehaven Lane in Sarasota. The victim had recently filed a restraining order against him. Deputies say he contacted her, claiming he was going to pick up his belongings from the home.
He came into the house, said he was coming with law enforcement. He arrived at the house by himself. She allowed him to come in the house, and then from that time on, he had stayed at the house with her, would not let her leave. If they did leave, they left together, was monitoring her phone calls, was monitoring anything she was doing on the phone, on the internet.
Espina Aquino allegedly taped all of the doors shut and tied the victim up. He's also accused of drugging her. She was able to escape after he fell asleep, and she went to a neighbor's house for help. Espina Aquino now faces multiple felony charges. New tonight, the Northport Police Department has released its annual report. Last year, the department says there was an 8% decrease in violent crimes, a 4% decrease in nonviolent crimes. Only 1 homicide was reported in 2016. The city also saw a drop in overdoses. 2 were reported last year, down from 7 in 2015. There were also 440 drug arrests. A follow-up now on a proposal to completely ban smoking on school property in the Sarasota County School District. The school board is voting to approve a proposal to make the district completely tobacco-free. This will prohibit the use of any tobacco products of all forms on school property, including vehicles. This applies to students, staff, visitors, and contractors. 800 signs will be distributed to schools throughout the district this summer to remind everyone that smoking is prohibited. In South Sarasota County, the Venice Community Center is closed until further notice after a lightning strike caused some significant damage. Late yesterday afternoon, lightning struck 2 trees that were planted over a metal pipe that feeds the center's fire suppression system. The pipe burned electricity to go into the building, knocking out power, phone lines, and the fire alarm.
Evaluating the extent of the damage and any other systems in the building that are non-functioning. So we're waiting till power is restored to fully evaluate the situation.
Once the full extent of the damage is known, the city will work with Sarasota County and the insurance company to make any necessary repairs. The weather wreaking havoc across Florida today. On the East Coast, several neighborhoods were flooded in Broward and Miami-Dade counties. Some people going as far as parking their cars away from the flooding and then using canoes to reach their homes. The water was 7 feet high in some areas. Bob, we're lucky we didn't have anything that severe, but we've been getting a lot of rain all at one time. time.
Yeah, South Florida in particular, as you saw right there in South Dade, in the East Coast, a lot of rain, but in the West Coast, down near Naples and Marco Island, over 15 inches of rainfall over the past 2 days there. We have more rain developing here in the Gulf of Mexico. Same old story, right? Well, not as much, and it looks like this little boundary here is not going to produce anything too rough overnight. A few spotty showers are possible. Maybe some rumble of thunder, but it's unlikely at this point. And it looks as though a little bit better conditions for us tomorrow. The rain chances dropping a little bit. Not going to see a widespread rain event, but we will see some showers and a few thunderstorms are possible tomorrow. But for tonight, just a little bit of light to moderate precipitation occurring. The heavier weather down to our south, still over the Keys. Now, you can see that explosion of storms earlier that has now shifted to the east. And then here's the area of low pressure spinning right there by Tallahassee and Gainesville with the convergent boundary stretching out here into the Gulf of Mexico. That is what's giving us the few showers that we just saw on the radar picture. Not a lot, but there'll be some overnight. 79 right now. We have clear skies here and the dew point fairly high. More on our forecast as we get closer to the weekend coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. In Washington, lawmakers are questioning top intelligence officials about the investigation into Russian interference in the election. It comes just a day before former FBI Director James Comey gives testimony to the Senate Intelligence Committee. ABC's Stephanie Ramos has the latest.
Day before fired FBI Director James Comey testifies before the Senate Intelligence Committee, his opening remarks are released. In the explosive statement, Comey starts from the beginning of his relationship with President Trump, writing, "I first met President-elect Trump on January 6th in a conference room at Trump Tower. Comey was there with other intelligence leaders to brief Trump on Russian interference in the election. The next time the two men meet, Trump is president."
He's become more famous than me.
Comey talks about his conversations with President Trump, about former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and his communications with Russia. According to Comey, the president tells him, "I hope you can see your way to letting this go, to letting Flynn go." The FBI director says he tried to explain the importance of the Department of Justice independence from the White House.
And given the recent news about ongoing investigations.
On Capitol Hill today, the same committee had tough questions for the nation's top intelligence officials, all of them refusing to say whether or not President Trump had asked them to intervene in Comey's Russia investigation.
I have never been directed to do anything I believe to be illegal, immoral, unethical, or inappropriate.
Their responses frustrating both Republican and Democratic senators.
I'm not satisfied with "I do not believe it is appropriate" or "I do not feel I should answer." What is the legal basis for your refusal to testify to this committee?
In James Comey's prepared testimony, he also details the 3 times he told President Trump he was not the subject of an open counterintelligence case, meaning he was not personally under investigation at that time. In Washington, Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
A reminder, ABC7 will have full coverage of Comey's testimony. We'll be airing a special report from ABC News during that testimony. We'll also be streaming it live on our website and our Facebook page. You can find us online at mysuncoast.com and on Facebook at ABC7 Sarasota. President Trump has revealed his new pick for FBI director, the president taking to Twitter to nominate former Department of Justice official Christopher Wray for this position. The president says Wray is a man of, quote, impeccable credentials. He previously served as Assistant Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department's Criminal Division under President George W. Bush. For the last decade, he has been a litigation partner for a law firm. Wray still needs to be confirmed by the Senate. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast and an update on the rain we've had. Plus, Governor Scott awards 2 Navy sailors who jumped into action when a man drove through a crowd in Times Square. Plus, what some Florida high schoolers have invented that could help protect people from sexual assault.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Even bicycles are going high-tech. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll show you the latest in electric bikes, plus other styles to get every age out on a ride this summer. Get ready for magnificent sea creatures and a spectacular submarine. We'll take a plunge with the Oslo's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Plus, we celebrate National Best Friends Day and Yoder's in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Bob, it was nice to have a reprieve, have a little bit of a dry evening in our area.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. It's the first time in a long time. It's been raining, it seems like, nonstop for a few days now.
It does feel like that, yeah.
And just like, I guess, raining the three-pointers Golden State was doing against Cleveland. Anyway,
they
a lot
were.
of people up there watching the game today. Not much of a game in the first two, but tonight's game was fairly competitive. Viewer photos showing Captain Kathy getting this shot right here, a little rainbow at the top. You see it right there under where it says pics at mysuncoast.com. Appreciate that. That was near Cortez. And then Longboat Key, Joyce getting a little glimpse of the sunshine as the sun was setting out there on Longboat Key. Quite a tranquil evening compared to what they went through, at least on the south end of Longboat Key earlier. Norm, it's his birthday. It's his birthday today. 7 minutes into his birthday right there. Norm Schimmel, always sending photos in there. Happy birthday, Norm. Appreciate that shot this evening. Probably sleeping, getting ready for the big day later on today. Van Way's a webcam showing the clearing skies just around sunset this evening as the system is starting to push east now. We're starting to see a little bit of a break, and it looks like things are going to improve considerably, especially tomorrow late and then continuing on into Friday as some drier air slips in behind it. The large, deep red that you see here in this color-enhanced satellite imagery showing that main energy now well south and east of our immediate area. Now, there is an area of low pressure, but you'll notice there's not much around it at this point. It is going to slip off to the south and east overnight, and it'll be close enough to us to create some showers and storms around. We are starting to see that already, a little convergent band of showers there. Some lightning strikes have been occurring up there into the Big Bend area. Not many, so not anticipating anything too rough overnight, nothing severe at this point, and it looks like it should not be as crazy of a day as it was today for tomorrow. And you can see again some heavier weather, at least some showers up near Gainesville and stretching down south into Hillsborough County. For us, though, we're high and dry here, not much going on, fairly quiet weather for a fairly tranquil weather situation right now. But today's rainfall up to 3 inches, or just over 3 inches at Arcadia, and just north of Arcadia, 2.4 near Osprey, and over an inch and a half near Northport and Port Charlotte. 1.1 inches of rainfall in Anna Maria. Look at this fire danger scale. This is quite a contrast. Just 2 weeks ago, all this was in red here in terms of the scale, up to near 700 and to 650. I think every county in our viewing area was at 650 just a week and a half ago. Now, all these numbers are extremely low, and so that's a good sign. It's a good push. The lowest number at 93 now in Highlands County, which is considered very wet now across much of the Duff Layer. And as far as the forecast goes, we're calling for more showers and some more rainfall tomorrow, scattered about around this area of low pressure as it moves on through slowly across the state. Then behind it, some drier conditions for Friday, rain chance dropping a little bit, and then Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, another chance for some showers. 79 right now, the high temperature today, 82 degrees, and this morning's low was a little bit above average, and we had 96 hundredths of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. That brings our monthly total up to near 5 inches, well above average for this month, and only about 1.5 inches below average for the year now. Scattered showers at any time during the day. High temperatures in the mid-80s. We'll see a little bit more sunshine on Thursday, and then the forecast looks like this. Winds will be out of the west, and that with that westerly flow, still some moisture piling in. Then a bit of a north to northeasterly component on Friday, and that will dry us out a little bit. That northerly push will bring in some drier air and less of a chance for any significant rainfall. For tomorrow, scattered showers now and again, not all-day rain, but it'll be around, and that system heads out, and things improve considerably for us on Friday. Well, the forecast for boaters, no small craft advisory tomorrow. Winds out of the west at 10 to 15 knots. A moderate chop out there. Seas running 2 to 4 feet, and sunrise will be at 6:35. The forecast, mostly cloudy. A few scattered showers are possible. An isolated thunderstorm, not out of the question, but generally showers. And then showers and storms scattered about tomorrow, high of 85. And we'll have a little bit more sunshine on Thursday, more so on Friday. And then we'll start off with some sun on Saturday, increasing clouds with a chance for showers and some thunderstorms. Once again, those could be numerous on Saturday afternoon and evening and continue on into Sunday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The sexual assault trial of Bill Cosby continued today in Pennsylvania. His lawyers getting a chance to cross-examine Andrea Constand, who is accusing the comedian of drugging and assaulting her 13 years ago in Philadelphia. The defense focused on inconsistencies in her story and questioned why she continued to reach out to call Cosby after this alleged incident. Constand claims any contact she had with Cosby was purely professional. She worked with the women's basketball team at Temple University. She says since Cosby is a trustee of the school, she felt her relationship with him was important for the athletics department. Governor Rick Scott is honoring 2 Navy sailors who helped the victims that were hit after a man drove through a crowd in Times Square last month. Scott presented the Medal of Merit to the sailors at the Mayport Naval Station. David Barba and Andrew Miller were on leave in New York City at the time of the accident. They ran to the scene and assisted the victims until first responders arrived. Richard Rojas is facing 20 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of murder in the crash. Police say he intentionally drove into the crowd. 3 Florida high school students have invented a product that can instantly tell if a drink has been tampered with. A team of students from Gulliver Preparatory School in the Miami area created this smart straw that turns blue when it detects roofies, GHB, and ketamine, the most commonly used date rape drugs. The young women entered their straw into the Business Plan Challenge, where they took home first place.
We actually did a survey at Northwestern, and we received feedback from the sororities and fraternities that 85% of the people would use them.
Now the students are encouraged to continue developing more products, and they want to develop some products that complement this smart straw. But most importantly, experts say they need to patent it before others try to copy it. Way to go, ladies. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what's happening on NBA Game Night. Game on. Take your time. And here we go. It is a
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
'Cause
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, sports.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals playing out in Cleveland tonight. The Cavaliers looking for the first win of the series after the Warriors took games 1 and 2. Cleveland gains the early lead in the first quarter, but Kevin Durant takes that away with a 3, bringing the Warriors up 6-5. J.R. Smith puts the Cavs up again with a 3-pointer of his own. And then late in the first, there is a scare for Cleveland fans. LeBron James runs into his own teammate. As you can see here, he is knocked to the ground. He walks off the court, but shakes off medical attention and returns to the game. And in the final minutes of the game, Cleveland gained a 7-point lead, but ends up falling 118 to 113. Warriors win Game 3. They'll be going for the sweep on Friday. The Rays look to break a 4-game losing streak as they continue their series against the White Sox tonight at the Trop. To the bottom of the third, the Rays are already down by 1 with the bases loaded. Tim Beckham singles on a line drive, allowing Evan Longoria and Logan Morrison to score on the play. The Rays take the lead. Next batter, Daniel Robertson grounds to third. Colby Rasmus gets the run and narrowly misses being tagged out at home plate. The Rays win this one 3-1. Major shakeup in college football tonight. Oklahoma Sooners football coach Bob Stoops is stepping down. Stoops announcing he is retiring after 18 seasons as head coach. His career includes a national championship in 2000 and 10 conference titles in the Big 12. He says he feels it's just the right time to leave.
I didn't want to miss the right opportunity to be able to step away and hand this baton off to Lincoln Riley and to help keep this all just going in a great direction.
Stoops was the longest tenured active coach in college football. Oklahoma says 33-year-old, as he mentioned there, offensive coordinator Lincoln Riley is being promoted to head coach, making him the youngest head coach in the Bulls subdivision. That's a look at sports. We'll have our winning lotto numbers right after this.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less, featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance. I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Twelve new astronauts are now joining NASA. The class of 2017 was announced today at the Johnson Space Center in Houston. They were chosen out of the biggest pool of applicants NASA has ever seen. More than 18,000 people applied, and that's Vice President Mike Pence there for the announcement. Those applications, that is more than double the previous record of 8,000 set in 1978. The 7 men and 5 women will join 44 astronauts already in the NASA Corps. After 2 years of training, they may end up riding commercial rockets to the International Space Station or flying beyond the moon in NASA's Orion spacecraft. Good luck to them. That is a very tough job, but a big honor. At the Ringling this morning, a sneak peek of an upcoming performance. World-renowned comedic daredevil Bello Knock is a Sarasota native and a 7th-generation performer. He will be in the Incredibello show this summer. It will be a family affair for Bello. His daughter will be performing right beside him, and his wife helped write, produce, and direct the show. He says it is a hair-raising performance because, you know, his hair, it's already raised. Well, with some never-before-seen stunts created specifically for this show.
You'll see us do some amazing tricks on the high wire. Every inch of to the apex of the Oslo Theater, and hopefully a whole bunch of humor. So I'm excited. A lot of new material was created for the show.
I really want to know what he puts in that hair. Incredibello will run from June 13th through July 29th at the historic Oslo Theater. It is appropriate for kids of all ages. For ticket information, just go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on links we mentioned.
He's always great. You know?
He's so awesome. He's such a nice person.
Yeah, he was
too.
here at the 7 on 7 show.
Right.
And I took his picture. He needs to send that to me, by the way. I told him to send it to me.
Yes. Bello, send it.
Send it off.
See you tomorrow.